Okay, hi. It's been a minute. I did a little bit of a post about this on the YouTube channel, but we had some tough news about a month ago, and I'm just sort of now getting back to the point where I feel like I can start making videos again. I can be like cheerful on camera, and so I'm excited for that. We just got back from vacation too, so I think the first thing that I'm gonna do, my first video back in a month, is just gonna be sort of like getting my life in order. I'm excited to do some more decluttering in the days that come. I'm excited to do some more of like the other content that I've been making. I have a lot of ideas, but I think the first thing I need to do is sort of get my life together today. And so I thought I would bring you along for that journey. Yeah, so we're here in the kitchen. I'm gonna make some breakfast. But as you can see, it's a little bit messy. You can see there's stuff everywhere. There's dishes everywhere, and I'm just like, it's a little overwhelming. I mean, I've been trying to be really gentle with myself during this time, and overall the house has not been like crazy. It's just that like things are starting to get a little bit out of control, especially because we were gone and now we have like all the catching up things to do now that we're back to regular life. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I guess we'll see what this day brings. Okay, so breakfast is done, dishes are cleaned up, kitchen is still kind of a mess, but I didn't add to the mess. And I'm gonna be using this little fun pad of paper that I found at a local stationery shop to plan out what I'm gonna do today. It's from New Heights Studio. I don't know if you can see that. It's from New Heights Studio. I don't know, I just thought it was adorable, and so I got it. And so I will show myself filming that in a minute. But the reason that I'm taking this time to actually like plan it out is because we're at the point where there's a lot that needs to be done, and I get overwhelmed pretty easily by everything that needs to be done if I try to take it all in at once. And so putting it into like a list and these tasks that I can track, I'm telling myself I don't have to get to 100% on all of these things today, but just knowing like, okay, here is what I'm trying to get done today so that I can prioritize and focus on making progress in a few areas, and that will make me feel less overwhelmed. Like, so for example, I know that like the clutter around the house, like the unpacking that I still need to do, and just like the messes that I left before we left, those need to be taken care of, because I'm not gonna feel like super settled tonight if those aren't taken care of. But then there's some other things that I need to do. So I'm gonna fill this out, just take a couple of minutes to do that, and then go on with the rest of the day. It would be nicer, I think, if they had like a spot where I could like write what the specific goals are, although it wouldn't be this like little and cute. So I get why they didn't. The other time that I've used this, I just sort of tracked it, but I like to have like specific milestones listed just so that I know that I'm making progress and I'm not like moving the goalposts during the day. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm sure I will have other things I want to add throughout the day, but anyway, there's a lot here. Okay. This is a lot. I'm not going to be able to do all of this in a day. But having it all out here, even though it's like little and I can barely read it, it helps me keep track. And so I'll know that like everything I can't do today, I can do, tomorrow or later in the week. And I can plan a time for that when I do get around to planning my week. So I'm really excited. I haven't used this format a lot, and so I guess we'll see how it works, but I'm pretty excited. So, I guess it is time to get going on these things.
But first, I think I need to take this girl on a little walk. Yeah.
So after walking my puppy and getting all the work done that I could do on the couch, because for I think obvious reasons, I wanted to start with work I could do while sitting on the couch, it was time to check back in with my little side quest list. After my couch working session, we have a few things done. So I definitely started my invoicing, and it turns out my therapy appointments are already scheduled. I just didn't remember that. So we are all set there. We can keep going here. Oh, my calendar updates. I forgot to do that. Well, I'll have to do that in a minute. I did text my friend. I didn't order photos yet, but that's okay. I don't think that's as important. And then I did also, I did my email inboxes. I'll probably check those off after doing them again. Not a great start, but not a terrible start either. And I think the next thing that I'm going to do is, because this one is bothering me so much, is I'm going to start with the kitchen, actually. Wish me luck. And now we are getting to the heart of it, because the kitchen was a mess and it was really stressing me out. And this was a bigger project compared to some of the other ones on my list. Like, I started this before lunch and I didn't get done, as you can kind of see on the clock up there, until way after lunch. But the relief that I felt when it was done, just like cleaning out the kitchen, cleaning out the dining room, I even cleaned out the sink, just made such a huge difference for me. It's interesting because I don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen. Like, I enjoy cooking and I do cook some of our meals. I maybe cook like half of our meals. But just being in the kitchen and having it being clean versus having it be dirty, like, it makes a huge difference for how anxious I feel about how my life is going. And I haven't really figured out totally why, except that it is really visible and I do go to the kitchen several times throughout the day. So I don't know if it's just that, or if it's that, like, maybe the kitchen is the part of the house that gets dirty and messy the fastest because we're always using it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about it. But this was a relief to get done. Okay, so the kitchen is mostly clean. I did spill water a little bit on my thing. I'm not sure if it is my fault or my dog's fault or what's going on there, but thankfully this is not too smeared. So we're gonna just keep filling in. I did clean and tidy the kitchen. And as part of that, I started the sourdough because that was out on the counter. And I also took the recycling out. And it's at this point, and you're gonna laugh, like, because this is probably kind of late to be realizing this, but it's at this point that I'm realizing that I don't think that I necessarily lined these up percentage-wise super well. So, like, the fact that I'm 50% done with this, I actually think that this is going to be the bulk of most of those tasks. So, I mean, we'll see. And also with cleaning, like, I'm going to move on to the living room next, and I feel like that's going to be more than 50% because, I don't know. I actually don't know how much the studio needs to do, but the bedroom is not like a full 25%. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my menu planning, because once I know that, then I know whether or not I actually need to do this ordering groceries today or not. So I think that's next. Okay, so now we have the menu plotted out more or less. It's kind of messy, but this is how my menu always looks for the week. And now I just need to order the ingredients. So I thought I was filming, I was not, but here are the changes that I have made. I did my menu planning. And I actually ordered groceries as well, and so I just filled this one in because I haven't done this one yet. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would, mostly because the Kroger website was acting up, but I just had to give it a little bit of time, and then it worked out. I got the money update squared away. I asked my husband one question, and then he took care of it, so that's great. I've checked my email inboxes, so these two actually are connected. And so I guess I have started this, right? Like, I can fill this in too. And then I got a text in to get her address. So that's basically all I can do. So my next two steps are, I'm going to water plants, I'm going to update my calendar, and then I'm going to go work on the living room. And the cool thing about this one is that once I get this done, I'll be pretty much done, because the sourdough at this point, I'll go get it. But the sourdough at this point is just chilling. You know, the recipe that I use has me use this glass measuring cup. So hopefully it's going to go up to near or basically at the 4-cup mark. And so, like, we're just chilling here with the olive oil, keeping it all nice and moist. And so it's just got to rise, and then it'll rise in here, and then I will have it rise on the pan as well. or in a bowl or something. I don't know. I'm going to have it rise in the loaf shape as well. And then I'll be able to bake it. So that's exciting. And that's just going to take time. I don't know if this will get done today or not. It's really going to depend on how fast the dough decides to rise. But it's basically where it can be. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go get started on those things and I'll check back in a minute. Okay, yeah, so I am sort of running out of things to say about this, but yeah, I watered my indoor plants, I watered my outdoor plants, and then I spent some time cleaning the living room. You can see my dog actually decided that this was the perfect time to, like, you know, just hang out, eat from her ball pit that she'd been ignoring all day, generally just make sure that she supervised what I was doing. She's adorable. And yeah, it took me a little bit to get the living room done, but not as long as I expected. It was mostly just picking up things that we had left around, like books, bags. You can sort of see the duffel bag in the corner there. That's my husband's. And so he needed to pick that up later. I ended up making a little pile of things for him that were his. I found his secret stash of recipes in one of the cupboards. So yeah, I mean, suffice to say, I feel like this room needed some love and attention. And I was really happy that I could take about 15 minutes. I think it was between 15 and 30 minutes to give it that. Okay, so I just got back from cleaning the living room. So here's the calendar updates. Boom. I am done with the admin tasks. Yay! Party emoji. I don't know that this is actually necessary to draw it, but it feels good. Living room, I just tidied. Yep, here we go. And then I did water the plants so I can get these all connected here. And we'll just see what happens with the sourdough. Yeah, I have not really done anything else on these ones, but I'm feeling really good about the state that the house is in. So that's great. I'm going to keep plugging away on the bedroom. I'll probably leave the studio for another day. And then maybe I can work on some of these other things down here. Like I haven't worked on YouTube at all. But I would also like to order some photos. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, little update for you. I've cleaned the bedroom here. And where is that? I ordered photos. Boom, boom. And now what I have to do is write up some postcards I wanted to send. I didn't quite get written on our trip. Finish the sourdough, which is there, clean my studio, read, and do YouTube stuff. And so I think that I'm gonna do the postcards and I'm gonna call that a day. I talk a lot on this channel about being gentle with yourself, about being kind to yourself, about the amount of things that you can get done. And I think that filming this YouTube video has been great today. I did make progress on my YouTube channel. But at the end of the day, like, I can't do all of this. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do all of this, and I'm actually pretty thrilled with the amount that I did get done. So I'm going to do the postcards. I might read a little bit. We'll see. I might get some research materials if I can. That's sort of related to the YouTube channel as well. But otherwise, I am just going to chill out, and then I can do my other YouTube tasks tomorrow. So it is the end of the day, and I just wanted to give a quick little wrap up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I got my life together. I hope this was like helpful in some way to you. I know it was helpful for me to just have this day to sort of get everything ready and set for the week ahead, kind of transition back into my regular life after a trip. And I'm so excited for the YouTube videos that are coming up. I had some that I filmed last month in May that I just did not get posted. I did not have that in me. And so you may see some that have like my May calendar in the background. But I'm also excited to start making some new content starting the day after I film this. and just getting back in the groove of things, talking to all of you about how you're simplifying your lives, how you are learning to be kind with yourselves. And I'm so excited to delve more into minimalism and decluttering in the months ahead. And so let's get started. Let's keep going. I will see you very soon. I'll be back to my twice a week posting schedule here shortly. See ya.